Well, we are back. We are back. We are back, man. I am so excited to be here. Let me fix this right now. Where is my echo coming from, please? Can someone tell me? Can someone tell me where is my echo? Mic check. It's not that one. I believe it's you, sir. Yep. You are the villain. You are you are the one that needs to be removed. Man, welcome to my 7 o'clock show, guys. I am so excited to be here. My name is Eric Kirkman, and I am here to serve. Listen, man, we got to do this thing right. We got to go ahead and get these shares out. Let's make sure that we tag somebody as we coming in. Let's do that. Now take man, let's take 30 seconds, man. Let's just run this back. All right, guys. Listen, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. As you come in, just remember to tag somebody, man. We just did something great, man. How you feel about that? And let me switch this. I keep trying to try to think new things, man, and I realized that wasn't gonna happen. When you get used to one thing, it just is what it is. Man, but hey, I want to welcome you guys to this 7 o'clock show, man. For the past 45 days, man, we've been rocking and rolling with the ABCs of a successful marriage. Man, we have come to the place, man, where we shift gears because the revelations have shift gears. If you've been following me, I've been saying that we've been getting the ingredients to bake a powerful cake, and we those ingredients. I know when you bake a cake, you're talking about the butter and the sugar and the flour and all that good stuff. I'm talking about the ones who really bake. I'm not knocking the Dunkin' High cake mix where you just add water. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, man, we have been constructing some things and we've been doing some things, and we started out this thing, man, 7 weeks ago, man, and we're still going strong. I'm so excited about what God is doing in relationships right now, guys. Man, listen, I thought, man, that I was alone in this thing, and I realized, man, listen, I heard the word. I knew what God called me to do, and I literally said, God, man, what you asked me to do is a bigger thing. See, relationships has always been in my heart, but when God said, Eric, I want you to speak on this issue, I literally said nobody's gonna care, and it doesn't matter because I just felt like that people have been beat down so much and have been let down so much, they just got to the point where they just don't care. Oh, but I was so wrong, because I'm realizing that what, yeah, you have been beat down, and you have been let down, and you have been put to shame, and then and but there's something that's in you that's just telling you to give it another chance. There's something that's in you that's saying don't give up. There's something that's in you saying, man, I'm gonna give it one more shot, man. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, because it's so easy for you to walk away. It's so easy for you to have walked away, and I understand that. Let me go over here. Oh man, I'm so excited, man. Listen, it's something about this time. Oh, look at here. My mother, Queen Mother has entered the building, and let me hold on a second. Let me straighten up, because now the atmosphere has shifted. Now the responsibility level have just risen, because uh, And the queen have my queen mother has entered the building, and it's such a pleasure to have you here. And yeah, Mom, I want you to like and share this too. You know, I really do. I really do. So we started on this journey, you know, and we grabbed each other hand, and we went through those ingredients. And you know, Mother, you are an excellent baker, and you know, so when I talk about the ingredients, I know that you understand when I mean that, that you can't miss any steps. If the recipe calls for, certain ingredients, yeah, there's some things maybe you can substitute for, but there's thank you, Mother. But for the most part, there is no substituting. You can't really substitute some things, So if you have a plan, and you have to really see that plan out. If you have a vision, you have to really see that vision out. So what we have been doing is laying down the ingredients of how to have a successful marriage. I liken it to baking the cake. I don't know why. I don't know why, because I don't know nothing about baking, but it just made so much sense to me. The reason why it made so much sense is because I seen how the ingredients work. And then I told you guys the past couple of days, I said, if the revelation of men and women were not meant to be alone, if the revelation of accountability, if the revelation of correction, is the revelation of protection, the revelation, of motivation, the revelation of accountability, and now, if all of those were ingredients, if all of those were ingredients, if all of those was setting you up to have a successful marriage, then where we at now, man, we're about to put the icing on the cake. Oh, yes, we're about to put the icing on the cake. You can't leave out anything. Come on, Shawty, you can't leave out anything. See, all of this stuff was good. All of it was needed. You can't, man, we needed correction. Oh, I know you don't want to have that conversation. I understand that. But what I'm telling you, what I needed you to hear in this series, I needed you to understand that if you wanted to have a successful marriage, then you needed correction. So I needed you to understand that. I needed you to understand that if you wanted to have a successful marriage, you needed to add in just a little bit of accountability. Oh, man, you needed a whole lot of accountability. Oh, you need a whole lot of that. You needed a whole lot of correction. You need a whole lot of motivation. Oh, man, just put it all in there. You needed a whole lot of protection. You needed a whole lot. Oh, you needed a whole lot of agreement. You needed that. You needed it to be successful. Oh, man, I'm so excited about you. I'm so happy for you. Man, can I do something? Can I get off script for a second? Oh, man, sometimes God just come in and just disrupt things, and I'm so honored. But see, something been on my heart, and I really have. I want to just take just a second to share with you. I promise you guys, I got something that I want to share with you, and we're going to be talking about the 6 tips to keep the fire burning. Okay, so somebody put that in the chat. 6 tips to keep the fire burning. Okay, listen. Let me go back and just slow down a bit, because we are on week 7. This is day 45. The revelation is revelation number 7, and it's keep the fire burning. Okay, the theme for this week is burn. Thank you, Shauna. The theme for this week, and we only a couple of days left in this week, is burn, baby, burn. Man, come on now. Come on. Listen, burn, baby, burn. What are we talking about, man? We talking about setting your relationship, setting your marriage on fire. Burn, baby, burn. Oh, yes, we got to let it burn. We don't need no water. Man, just let it burn. Just let it burn. Oh, but I got to share something with you. See, it's been in my heart, and it just came back to me, as I was speaking to you. So I had to be obedient. I gotta share this with you, but I won't be here long. I promise you, I won't. I won't be here long. But I need you to understand that see, that relationships are suffering because you want to be happy. Oh man, I had to break the news to you. I gotta be honest with you. Okay, let me just say it again. I need you to. We're gonna take a commercial break, from our regular programming, and I need you to understand this. Your relationships. I gotta read, Mama. Let me get when you blend the right ingredients and the mix and mix well, you will have the perfect cake for your liking. And oh man, same with your marriage. That's it. That's it. When you blend those right ingredients and you mix it well. Oh Lord, I can preach that. You got to mix it well. None of these steps are insignificant. Or you can mess up if you can mess up if you put in the wrong ingredient. You can mess it up. You can mess it up if you don't mix it well. You can mess it up if you don't have the temperature right. All of these things are important. But if you do it well, you're gonna have the perfect marriage. Thank you, Mama. See, this is what I need you to understand. I see some of you are relationships, some of you marriages are in jeopardy because you are looking for happiness. Oh, I promise you, I'm not going to be here long, but I just wanted to just share something with you. Okay, relationships are suffering because you want to be happy. Oh, you want to be happy. Oh, you want to be, but let me tell you something about being happy. Then I'm gone, okay? Because I believe that somebody is here. Somebody is here. Somebody's going to listen to this, and they're going to be healed in Jesus' name. Because see, they've been going around and they've been saying my spouse is not making me happy. My spouse is not making me happy. And I need you to understand that's not their job. They are not your clown. They're not your entertainment. They are not to make you happy. If you want to be happy, go to a comedy club every night, and then you will be happy. Oh, that's not their responsibility. Oh, but they don't make me happy. Well, they don't supposed to make you happy. I just came here because I need to heal you. Oh, because you've been focusing on being happy. I need you to focus on something else. I'm going to give it to you. I just needed you to understand this happiness part. See, this happiness just depends on what's happening to you. Oh, it's gonna go up and down. It's gonna go one day it's gonna make you happy, the next day it make you sad. It just depends on how you feel. Oh, it just depends on how you feel. It depends on how you feel. And I'm here to give you a substitute. Is it a substitute? I'm finna give you the answer. Oh, I'm going to give you the answer because what you need in your life is joy. Oh, you need some joy. See, happiness depends on what's happening to you. But see, that joy comes from knowing who Jesus Christ is. Oh, when you got joy in your heart, you ain't worried about the rain, and you ain't worrying about the heat. You're not worrying about the gas prices. You're not worrying about the bill. You got joy in your heart. That joy, that unspeakable joy, that joy that only can come from your relationship with God. Oh, I had to share that with you. I hope you're not mad at me. I hope that helped you because I needed to share that with you because I'm hearing somebody say he's not making me happy. That keep going over in my head and it's driving me crazy. And I listen. The answer is not your happiness. The answer is not your happiness. The answer is in the joy that only can come from Jesus. That peace and that joy. Come on through, Mama. That peace and that joy. Oh, come on, somebody. Y'all, listen. If that wasn't worth you sharing this out, I don't know what else to say to you. If that wasn't worth you sharing it out, see. Okay, Mom, let me go. because I did what I did what I had to do. I did what I had to do. I did what I had to do. So let's go back. Okay, let's just listen. Let's just go back to the regular programming, guys. And so we're here in week number 7. This is day 45, and we have put that cake in the oven, man, and it came. And so now, thanks, Vicky, thanks, Coach. And now it's time for now it's time to put the icing on the cake. See, Vicky, we have been adding those ingredients in. See, those ingredients to make a successful marriage. We've been putting in correction and motivation and protection and all of those things was good ingredients. They're good. Mama said they have to be the right ingredients and mix well. And I promise you, those 8 revelations are the right ingredients, and they were mixed well. And see, now it's come to the point where we didn't put that cake together, and now it done came out the oven. We didn't let it cool, and now it's time to put the icing on the cake. And so, Eric, Eric, what is the icing on the cake? The icing on the cake is, man, keeping that fire burning in your relationship. Oh, I hit you hard with the power agreement. I know I did. Oh, my numbers jumped. Vicky, listen, my numbers dropped so deep because they said, listen, Eric, you're talking about something that is going to make me come out of my comfort zone. Man, when I told you that the reason why you wasn't agreeing with your spouse is because you had the spirit of selfishness in you, you didn't want to hear it. But I didn't come to tickle you. Oh, I came to teach you something. I came to help you, and I hope you receive this. Man, if you just let the word come in, it will help you. See, we have tried so much. We tried it that way, and I don't see any success. I don't see it. Now, listen. I have always said that I'm green and growing. I never wanted to get to the. I never wanted to. I don't even remember me just going around saying I'm grown. I really don't. Because I always wanted to keep a heart to say I'm green and growing. And what I'm saying to you is that if you can show me a better way, then I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to receive. But until then, I gotta speak my truth. I gotta tell you how I feel. I gotta tell you that listen, that if you don't understand that how important agreement is, then you really have to see what God is saying. God is saying, listen, if I can get you guys to agree, if I can get you to agree on earth, then I'm gonna agree with you in heaven. That is so powerful to me. Oh, that's so powerful to me. If I can get you to agree on earth, man, listen, if you loosen on earth, I'll loosen in heaven. If you bind it on earth, I'll bind it in. Man, that's the power of agreement. God said, listen, if I can get 2 of you guys agreeing on anything, he said, I would be there in the midst of thee. If you want to know what your superpower is, I'll tell you. Your superpower is in your power of agreement. Thanks, Tiffany. Your superpower is your empowering agreement. Oh, you don't understand. You don't understand why Satan always needs you separated. Oh, I know. Listen, every time I work out a plan, I know that God is going to do what he's going to do. Okay, so listen, I'm gonna get to the 6 tips, but right now I gotta let the Holy Spirit do what the Holy Spirit is gonna do. I need you to just bear with me. I promise you, I'm gonna give it, and I'm gonna give it to you just like that. I promise you I will. But we have to deal with some things. We have to deal with some things. We have to deal with the fact that that Satan literally needs to isolate you. He needs to separate you in order to dominate you. Oh, yes, that's his thing. That's his thing. See, the Bible describes him as going around, like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Well, see, I'm not the biggest guy in as far as the animal kingdom, but I have watched enough shows, Discovery Channel, to know that that it's something about when a lion attack, they're not gonna attack the biggest and the strongest. They're gonna attack the weakest. They're gonna attack the one that has been separated from the herd. Oh, they got a plan. See, when I see when the Bible talks about Satan going around seeking whom he may desire, I looked at that. I remembered that channel. I said, man, I can see that I can see that those animals getting ready to attack, and they're looking for that weak one, the one that has separated themselves from the herd. Oh, and then it just showed me that it always showed me some things, because see, within the spiritual realm, Satan knows that you're powerful. The two, the power of two. See, Satan knows that there's power in the two of you. Oh, there's power in the husband and wife. Come on. Come on. There's power in the husband and wife. There's power. There's power there. There's power. And Satan said, man, I got to separate. I got to keep you I got to keep you pointing the finger. I got to keep y'all separated. I have to do that. He said, because there's too many things that you can enact upon me if y'all ever got into agreement. So I had to talk about agreement. It had to be. See, I knew that if you really, regardless of all the ingredients that you put into that making that cake prior to of the revelation of agreement, I knew that if we did not talk about agreement, that what we were baking was not going to be a cake. Oh, it may have been something, but it was not going to be a successful marriage. It wasn't going to be that, because there's no way you can have a successful marriage without understanding the power of the revelation of agreement. Oh, we listen. We got to deal with. So, but now, oh, thank you, Holy Spirit. Oh, listen, I can stop right now. I promise you I can. I promise you I can. But let me do this, because I'm going to post this link to where, if anyone wants to join, there is a link. Let me do one other thing, because I just realized something. So I'm gonna put this here just to make sure that we get it. Y'all just hold tight. There we go. Okay, so if you didn't see it, you should see it now. Okay, yeah, that's it. I see it now. If you're joining me from Power to the Fight for the Family on YouTube, I know you guys seen it, and I just put it on this main feed. You guys should be seeing the link right now. If you want to join the broadcast, you're very much welcome to do that. You just copy and paste that link, and then it's going to give you prompts on how to join. But if not, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to talk about these 6 tips. Okay. Last night we talked. I gave you 10. Let me see what we talked about. I want to give it to you exactly the way I gave it to you last night. 10 ways to keep the fire burning. 10 ways to keep your fire burning. But when I did those, I told you that there were a lot more, and I told you that you can add to them and all that good stuff, and so so I came up with 6 more. I got 6 tips to keep the fire burning in your relationship. Okay, and we're going to when I go through these tips, there's not. I don't want you to think that the first tip is better than the sixth tip, or the sixth tip is better than the first tip. There's no particular order. Okay, this is a good time for you, that those of you that are watching right now that have not shared the broadcast. Right now is a good time for you to do that, and just hashtag share. I really appreciate it. Okay, I really do. So we're gonna do 6 tips to keep the fire burning in your relationship. Now, just so you can understand, um, if you don't master the art of keeping the fire burning, the fire will burn out. Okay, I need you to understand that. Before I even go into it, I need you to understand the reason why this is a revelation on how to have a successful marriage is because I believe in all my heart that if you don't master this here, then everything that you have done is going to go to naught, because you haven't mastered the art of keeping the fire burning. Or you're going to start out successful, but you're not going to maintain it, because this is what I need you to understand. Because listen, I grew up as a Boy Scout. Man, I was one step away from becoming an Eagle Scout. I was a Life Scout, and so you go from Life Scout, next step is an Eagle Scout. Thank you, Tiffany. See. So I know a little bit about building a fire. I just came from a camping trip, and so I understand a little bit about building a fire. Okay, so one thing that I know about building a fire is that if you want to build a successful fire, you're going to have to you're going to have one person who's going to be starting the fire. That person is going to get small twigs and leaves and so their job is to get that spark, because we doing it old school. We doing the Boy Scout style. We trying to get that spark to ignite the fire. So they're working hard doing that. Now the second person is they got a different job. Their job is to go around in the woods and to collect logs to go on the fire. Oh, but it's so important. So I can right now I can literally see my son and my daughter. I can see them coming back, and they're dropping wood on the ground. They're going out getting some more, and they coming back and they dropping more wood, and they going back out getting more wood, and then once I get the fire going, I got to get it to a place where now I can start adding the bigger pieces of wood. So I need you to see where I'm going, because what I want you to understand is that, in order to build a successful fire, in order to build a successful marriage, it's going to take two. It's going to take two of y'all to do that. See, each one of you got a job to do. Neither one of those jobs are insignificant. If I got the fire started and didn't have no logs, then there's no fire. If he got logs but I couldn't get the fire started, there is no fire. Both jobs was important, but then there's a point where there's maintaining the fire. And see, what I want you to understand, what I want you to see in your marriage is the fact that you're going to have to constantly go and get logs. See, I want you to just replace that wood with tools and resources. This right here is a log that you're going to put on that fire to keep it burning. And then I got 6 tips, but after you go and purchase the power tool, I got some other things that you need to do. These are nothing, they're nothing but tools and resources to keep it going. You got to keep it going. Man, you did a great thing. You got married, and man, you confessed your vow, and you declared that you did a holy thing, but you got to keep it going. So guess what? 6 tips to keep the fire burning in your relationship. Number 1 is to forgive. Yeah, I told you that there's no particular order, but I promise you this. Man, I promise you this, that if you don't know how to If you don't know how to master the art of forgiving, you're not going to have a successful marriage. Oh, you're going to have to forgive some stuff, and you're going to have to forgive some stuff that you ain't have nothing to do with. Get over it. I told you, selfishness is the number one relationship killer. And the reason why you can't forgive is because you're being selfish. So stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Listen, if you don't want, if your ego is that big to where you don't want to have a successful marriage, then I don't even know why you're here. Because that's yeah, I really don't. I mean, listen, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Because if you can't understand how important forgiveness is in a relationship, I'm lost. Number 2 is be respectful and honest. Yeah, you got to be. Yeah. If you want to have a successful relationship, if you want to have a successful, marriage, you're going to have to master the art of respecting each other, and you're going to have to be honest with each other, or you're going to have to perfect that. Yes, I understand it's hard. But sometimes, but if you want to do it, then you're going to have to do what it takes. I told you that pain, that struggle is necessary. Number 3 is you're going to have, number 3, you're going to have to learn how to laugh together. Oh, you're going to have to master the art of laughter. You're going to have to just laugh. Listen, listen, if you going a day, 2 days, 3 days, and you ain't laugh with your spouse, you need to book a session with me like now. You should be blowing my phone up right now. You should be blowing my phone up right now. If you can't learn, if you don't know how to laugh, if you're not laughing with your spouse, something wrong. And see, I'm gonna tell you some of the things that can be wrong is that you're focused on something else. Something else got your attention, and you're here physically, but your mind is somewhere else, and it got your attention, and life is going around you, and you're not experiencing it, and you need to fix it. I need you to understand. Listen, we're talking about what you need to do to have a successful marriage. Number 4 is you need to focus on being romantic. I can read my own handwriting. Focus on being romantic. Listen, I don't. There's books out there. If you need help to be romantic, but listen, Google it, YouTube it, do whatever you got to do, but focus on being romantic. Okay, focus on being romantic. It's one of those things where there's a lot of things that can go wrong in your marriage, but I'm gonna be honest with you. You can endure a lot of stuff, but that lack of intimacy is one of those things that would drain your relationship so quick. Man, you can say, well, I lost my job, but I promise you, if you mastered the art of being romantic, it's not going to matter. See, what from my understanding and dealing with from what I see, is not the things that it's not the money, it's not the cars, it's none of that type of stuff. It's not the physical appearance. It's the attention that you give. Now, come on, somebody need to say amen to that. Somebody need to say amen to that. I told you I'm not going to be here long because we're already on number 5. Now, thank you. Number 5 says make decisions together. See, I got to keep talking about that because that's the power of agreement. In my book, if you look here, this is my workbook. This is the power to work plus desire equals success workbook for couples. This is an interactive book that is designed for the husband and the wife to do life together. Okay, I did it like that intentionally because I felt like you know the problem in relationships is that we got too separated from each other. And what the workbook does, it makes you do life together. It tells you that, listen, you're gonna have those date nights. You're gonna have those nights where those days where, hey, today we're talking about family business. This day we're gonna be going on a date night. This day we're gonna be playing. It makes you do that. Oh, it's so good. But listen, but you got to make decisions together. And number 5, and I know I said that number 1 ain't no better than number 6, and number 6 ain't no better than number 1. But I promise you that if you can get number 1, and if you can get number 6, man, you're doing pretty doggone good. Number 6 is make your husband and make your wife, depending on the situation, feel valued. Oh man, we got to do that. We got to do that. See, I need you to understand, how that ties into making decisions together. Because if we looked at marriage as being a business, and where there are 2 co-owners, the husband is a co-owner, the wife is a co-owner of the family business, then thank you. Then what we're talking about is, if you got one person making all the decisions, then the other person is not going to feel valued. Oh, that felt like it was so hard to come out, but my mind went somewhere. But what I want you to understand is that, man, that your spouse, there's nothing worse than being a spouse, a co-owner in a business, a co-owner in this relationship, a co-owner in this marriage, and I feel insignificant. I feel less than. To make your spouse feel valued. Now that's the game changer. Come on now, come through, sister. That is that's how you power up your marriage. Man, I like that. Power up your marriage. I think I'm going to make note of that because I'm going to use that in the future. Power up your marriage. I like that. That just sounds right to me. Man, we got to power up our marriage, and one of the listen. If you want to power up your marriage, let me give you. I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna say this is how quick we can repurpose something. If you want to power up your marriage, I'm gonna give you 6 tips to to ensure the fire is burning in your marriage. Number 1, forgive. Number 2, be respectful and honest. Number 3, laugh together. Number 4, focus on being romantic. Number 5, make decisions together. And number 6, make your spouse feel valued. Power up your marriage. Man, that's good to me, guys. So listen, that's all I have for you. I wasn't gonna be. Listen, man, I'm so thankful. I'm so appreciative of you guys. I'm mindful for what you're doing. I'm praising God all the way through this. We're I'm not gonna say we're done because we don't know what God is gonna do next. I'm being very sensitive to what's the next step. Okay, I'm being very sensitive to that. That's right. Power up your marriage. And but what I do know is that this is Revelation number 7, and there's only 8 revelations. And so what I need you to do, I need you to dig in with me these last, days of the ABCs of a successful marriage. I need you to dig in with me because we just believe in God that a miracle is going to happen. Oh yeah, we believe in it. We're believing it. We're believing it. We're believing it. But you're gonna have to come with expectations. You're gonna have to come with the spirit of expectancy. Oh, you're gonna have to do it. Or expectancy is the breeding ground for a miracle. You got to expect something. You got to pull virtue out of. You got to pull virtue to the point where it's going to make heaven to stand up and turn around and say, "Who touched me like that?" You're gonna have to do that. Oh, you want a miracle to happen in your life? You want a miracle to happen in your relationship? You're going to have to fight through whatever you got to fight through just so you can touch the hem of his garment. Get his attention so he can turn around and say, "Who touched me?" And receive your miracle. Oh, you touched him in a different type of way. You touched him. Oh, it ain't. Oh, yeah, man. There's a lot of people touching me, but somebody touched me in a different way. They touched me with the spirit of expectation. Oh, that woman, she just expected to be healed. And what I'm telling you is that if you want to have a successful marriage, if you're struggling in your marriage right now, you're going to have to show up with the spirit of expectancy. You're going to have to expect God to do something. Oh, you're going to have to you're going to have to do it. You're going to listen. You're going to be so hurt. You're like, listen, I don't understand why he didn't do it. It's just going to take you look. You just got to do it, God. There is no other choice. You got to heal me. You got to heal my husband. You got to heal my wife. You got to heal my relationship. You got to do it. There's no other choice. I'm calling all heaven. You got to do it. You got to do it. Because if you don't, I don't know where else to go. God, you got to do it. I'm expecting you to do it. My. Guys, listen, I'm gonna be back tomorrow with the reset. Man, I'm looking forward. Well, with that 8 o'clock, I love that time that we have together. So guys, listen. Tonight, man, you guys, you go and you be great. You do what you got to do. I got some homework for you. Okay, I got some homework for you. My coach said give you some homework. I got 2 options for you, and I just like giving 2 options. I just like doing that. I like doing it here. I'm not sure what's tomorrow gonna be like, but option 1 is starting tomorrow. What I want you to do is I want you to send a romantic text to your spouse. I want you to send that. I want you to actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. I want you to send them a romantic text every hour that you're away from them. Can you do that? Or maybe you can do this. Maybe you can sit down with your spouse and write and you guys write out 6 ways. I mean, write out. I ain't talking about texting. I'm talking about literally get you the old-fashioned pen and paper and write down 6 ways that you can improve your respect and honesty with each other. Can you do that one? Can you do that? See, I need you. I need you to be healed. Okay, and I need you to be healed. I need you to be whole, nothing missing. And I believe that you want to have a successful marriage. I do believe it. I do believe it. So these are steps. We're putting that icing on the cake. We got our ingredients together. No, can you smell it? Oh, but guess what? And you can smell it, but come and taste. Come and taste and see how good God is. Amen. So listen, on the link in the description, there's a link to the Better Together retreat. Man, if you loving what we've been doing in ABCs of a Successful Marriage, listen, you gonna be listen. You better join that retreat. Okay, you better join that retreat because this right here is just a snippet of what we're gonna be bringing to you. Because I'm gonna link up with my sister Vicky, and we're gonna be giving you what God gave us, and we're gonna be going for nothing but the best. Nothing but the best. Oh, nothing but the best. So click on that link. Just let me know that you want some more information, and I'll definitely get it out to you, and it'll be a blessing to us both. All right, guys, my name is Eric Kirk, in case you didn't know. For those who didn't know, I'm the author of The Power of Two. That's right, let me highlight this. I'm the author of The Power of Two, and what I do, I support godly marriages with those tools and resources to keep the fire burning. I support marriages with those tools and resources to empower them to be able to create the marriage that they desire, but not only the ones they desire, but the ones they deserve. Oh, let me do this. Okay. Vicky said retreat. The retreat is a no-brainer if you want to power up your marriage. That's right, it's a no-brainer. And Tiffany says homework. She got my homework. Send a romantic text to your spouse on every hour that you're apart, or option 2 is put together 6 ways, a minimum of 6 ways. But you listen, just a minimum. Come on, of ways that you can improve your marriage. You can improve the respect or honesty or whatever you need to do. Man, just write down 6 ways that you can improve your marriage, and I promise you that's going to be a blessing to your spouse. I promise you it will. But the key is you got to handwrite it, and you have to do it together. There's no exceptions to that rule. You got to handwrite it, and you have to set time out and to do it together. Okay. All right. Listen, that's all I have for you guys, man. I really do appreciate you guys spending time with me today. But come with me in the morning, 8 o'clock. As Mama say, rise and shine. Rise, even if you don't shine. I see you guys in the morning. Love you.